Welcome to Light TV Main News today, the 20th of April, 2026. Quote of the day: silence is often the loudest speaker. Silence is often the loudest answer. The headlines: teacher recruitment starts tomorrow, April 21st. Government gives local workers 710 rise. Dr. Katakwe launches polio vaccination campaign. To read the news in detail, my name is Natasha Mlenga. Government has awarded an unionized local authority workers a salary increment of 710 kwacha across board. Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, says government considers local authorities as the engine of development in the country. Mr. Piri says this position has been repeatedly emphasized by President Hakainde Hichilema and supported through tangible policy actions. He cites the increase in the Constituency Development Fund as one of the key interventions alongside reforms under the decentralization policy. He adds that the revised decentralization framework has resulted in more than 12 functions being devolved from the central government to local authorities aimed at improving service delivery and development at community level.
I think I need to put it on record that this government, as has been said by His Excellency the President several times, believes that local authorities are the engine of development in this country. And this belief has been backed over the years by tangible actions. Of course, the common action that people talk about is the increase in the CDF, which goes without mention, but there's been also other tangible actions, such as the revision and review of the decentralization policy that has now seen more than 12 functions or so being devolved from the central government to the local authorities, not only devolving functions, but also putting in matching resources to make those functions operational. But we have also gone ahead in recognition that all this decentralization agenda may not yield the results that we require if we do not invest in human resource. And so this government, through the leadership of His Excellency the President, is also investing in the human capital in local authorities to make them more motivated, more productive, and indeed actualize the vision of the President that local authorities should take a leading role in promoting development, especially in local communities.
Lawyer challenges Nobel law. A constitutional lawyer, Tresford Charlie, has filed a petition in the Lusaka High Court seeking to have the Criminal Procedure Code Amendment Act No. 4 of 2026 declared void. Charlie is challenging the provision that removes bail for offenses such as rape, defilement, and incest. He urges that the law is inconsistent with the Constitution of Zambia and therefore unconstitutional to the extent of the inconsistency. In the petition, cited Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha as respondent, Charlie contains that the Article 11 of the Constitution guarantees the right to personal liberty for all citizens. He further urges that denying bail, even in cases he describes as frivolous or vexatious allegations, violates that right. Charlie also submits that Article 15, which prohibits inhuman or degrading treatment, is being breached through pretrial detention of accused persons under the amended law. The matter is now before the Lusaka High Court. Smuggling cubed nationwide operations. Chief Public Relations Officer Namati H. Nshinka says the Chipata Regional Immigration Office has secured the conviction of 3 Zambian nationals, Chansi Ngandu, Abraham Zimba, and Lucas Miti, for aiding and abetting illegal immigrants and human smuggling. The trio has been sentenced to 2 years imprisonment with hard labor on count 1, while sentencing on the second count has been deferred to the High Court. The offences relate to facilitating the illegal stay and movement of 2 Bangladesh nationals. The court also ordered forfeiture of motorbikes used in the crime. Meanwhile, the Department of Immigration says nationwide operations conducted between 16th and 19th April 2026 have led the arrest of over 100 suspected immigration offenders. These include coordinated raids in Solwezi, Lusaka, Kapirimposhi, Kafiwe, and border areas involving multiple foreign nationals for illegal stay and business activities. In separate developments, 13 Congolese nationals were apprehended at Chipungu border, while a British deportee was denied entry at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport in line with immigration law. More in this report. Health Minister Dr. Alex Katakwe has officially launched the first round of the national polio vaccination campaign aimed at protecting children against the disease. The campaign, supported by partners under the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, include the World Health Organization, the UNICEF, as well as local NGOs, will run from April 20th to April 23rd, 2026. About 3.7 million children under the age of 5 are targeted across 6 provinces, namely Lusaka, Central, Eastern, Muchinga, Southern, and Western Province. Dr. Katakwe has called on parents and guidance to cooperate with the health teams and ensure all eligible children receive the vaccine, stressing that community participation is key to preventing the spread of polio. He has also encouraged continued use of routine immunization services at under 5 clinics in both public and selected private health facilities. The Ministry of Health says vaccines are safe, effective, and essential in protecting children and working towards a polio-free Zambia.
It is fitting that the inauguration of the networks to upgrade the virology lab we are witnessing today has coincided with the commencement of the polio vaccination campaign being conducted in response to the detection of a variant type 2 or poliovirus isolated from wastewater samples that was collected in Manchichi sewer ponds in Lusaka district in February 2026. The isolate recorded in Lusaka was linked to other variants circulating in Namibia and Angola. The outbreak in Zambia is occurring in a broader regional context of elevated risk following similar confirmation of type 2 polioviruses reported in neighboring countries within the East and Southern African region. Polio is a highly contagious disease that commonly affects children, causing generalized illness, paralysis, leading to permanent disability.
Teacher recruitment starts tomorrow. Government has announced plans to recruit between 30,000 and 40,000 teachers in 2027 as part of efforts to strengthen the education sector following the introduction of free education. Education Minister Douglas Yakalima says tomorrow government will publish an advertisement inviting applicants for the 2,000 teachers for 2025, with the process expected to close on April 28, 2026. He says further recruitment of 3,500 teachers for 2026 will follow immediately after the completion of the current exercise. Teaching Service Commission Chairperson Daphne Chimuka says the process will also establish a national database of teacher applicants, urging candidates to update their details on the TCZ portal. The application window closes on Monday.
At secondary level, some schools have teacher-to-teacher ratios exceeding 60-1, reflecting severe pressure on teacher capacity. Classroom congestion also remains high, with ratios of 69-1 at primary level and 60-1 at secondary level, against the recommended standards of 40-1 and 35-1 respectively. These challenges are more pronounced in rural and underserved areas, underscoring the need for continued teacher recruitment in order to sustain adequate staffing levels across the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 teacher recruitment exercise seeks to improve teacher-pupil ratios, address inequitable distribution, decongest classrooms, and strengthen staffing in critical areas such as sciences, technology, engineering, and mathematics, early childhood education, and special education, while enhancing the overall quality of teaching and learning. The recruitment process is being undertaken within established public service procedures and is coordinated by the Teaching Service Commission in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and other relevant institutions, thereby ensuring transparency, accountability, and compliance with national standards. Following the granting of Treasury Authority, government has commenced the recruitment of 2,000 teachers for the year 2025. Of these, 92 are early childhood education, 565 will be deployed to primary schools, and 1,343 to secondary schools.
We take our first set of commercials. I will be right back with more news. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Memory Edge Chanda, and you are watching Light Television Zambia on Top Star, Channel 121.
Nilikuti, where am I?
You are lost?
Kono,
tilikuwa Ibex Kolosak.
Okay, the song goes like this.
Thank you, mama. Thank you, mama.
But muza tika jongo kani sumnangere dipa nizufuna mbeze saka thank you, mama.
Mama, thank you, mama. For your care, for your care.
Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia, established since 1964, and its membership has been growing at a significant rate, comprising of both local denominations, local congregations, faith-based organizations, mission agencies, and parachurch organizations countrywide. The contributions of EFZ to the holistic societal transformation has widened over the years, and the church has experienced phenomenal increase. With the Holy Bible as their final authority, coupled with evangelism and discipleship, a holistic ministry as service is of top value. To value the local church and value unity and partnerships, integrity and excellence, together with justice and equality, are our values. Get in touch with us on the number +260 9651 35214 or email info@efz.org.zm, or come through at plot number 8665 Kamloops Road, Lusaka, Zambia. Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news. On a sad note, unknown people have exhumed and stolen the body of a 26-year-old man from Namakanka area in Gwembe District, Southern Province. The man died after drowning in Lake Kadiba on 26th March and had already been buried. Southern Province Police Commissioner Mono Namalongo says the incident is reported to have happened between 17th and 18th April 2026 at Sichinondo village in Muyumbwe Chiefdom. He says the grave was discovered by members of the public who had gone to collect boab fruits. They found the grave open with a heap of fresh soil nearby. The matter was reported to the senior headman who informed police. Mr. Namalongo says the body has not yet been recovered and no arrests have been made. Police have since launched investigations into the case. Lusumpa withdraws Mwanza case. Media personality Chiyimba Lusumpa, also known as Chichi Daisy, has withdrawn a cyber harassment case she filed against journalist Mutale Mwanza. Ms. Lusumpa told Magistrate Mbuyana Simvula that she had opted to discontinue the matter, stating that the court process had negatively affected her mental, emotional, and social well-being. She said the decision was also influenced by her personal journey as a mother, adding that she had chosen forgiveness for her own peace of mind. Following the withdrawal, the matter was discontinued by the court. In an emotional moment outside the courtroom, Ms. Mwanza was seen embracing Ms. Lusumpa. UPND condemns journalists' attack. The United Party for National Development has strongly condemned the alleged attack on Power TV journalist Alfonso Kasongo by suspected party cadres. UPND Media Director Mark Simuwe says the party has distanced itself from the incident, describing it as unacceptable. He says President Hakainde Hichilema's directive on law and order applies to everyone. Mr. Simuwe has called on law enforcement agencies to swiftly identify and arrest the perpetrators.
Part of the process. The successful General Assembly goes to demonstrate our entrenched in transparent democracy. I thought it is important for me to start on that note. And we also want to thank the HH for going through an opposed and as a duly elected candidate for the 2026 general elections. To start with, it is important for us to state that the UPND media team will give the President maximum support and coverage moving towards the general elections. Where we stand, we believe that there is no other time when we should start the campaign. Campaigns start now for us. In the sense that we've seen quite a number of people throwing messages also, and we continue to remain committed to the cause. What brought this particular press conference had happened in that quarter on the violence against journalists. We have taken note of some members of the party that have been identified in some parts of the country in the company of aspiring candidates, harassing journalists. We want to be very clear and succinct that the President and the party have a staunch position in promoting freedom of the press. In freedom of the press, we are not only making reference to government's position with regard to the space that you need in order to exercise your work and activities, but it transcends the government boundaries to how members of the public, including the political party, relate with the members of the press. The UPND remains committed in upholding the rule of law and ensuring that, just as we started when we assumed leadership in 2021, we still remain committed to the cause of protecting all the journalists, regardless of which media institution they come from. We want to reiterate President Hakainde Hichilema's position to the rule of law and justice. President Hakainde Hichilema's position to the rule of law and justice, that whatever.
Chisanga embraces ministry. Football administrator Andrew Kamanga has called for unity among congregants to strengthen the church's mission. Speaking in Chilanga district at the United Church of Zambia to Balange congregation, Kamanga said harmony is key to size unity, teamwork, and faith in ministry.
Build on what has already been established while also being open to new ideas that will help the church to grow both spiritually and numerically. Harmonize the church, because unity in strength of any community is the bedrock of the church. Where there are differences, bring that they are part and parcel of the church.
A shepherd is nothing without a sheep. Therefore, I commit to love you in truth, to preach Christ. My prayer is that we work together to advance God's kingdom. Mwebate mwikwa muli Kristu, I am not here to walk alone, but my prayer is that we are going to walk together to advance the kingdom of God.
Look at your minister as your shepherd and the servant of God. Respect for one another is very, very important. Chindike ni shima pepo wenu. Muchindike shima pepo wenu ngomu gomfi uwa kwalesa. Muchindike shima pepo wenu ngomu fyashwe. Kabili muchindike shima pepo wenu ngomu anawe. Muchindike shima pepo wenu ngomu anawe.
Tambatamba visits Kasempa District Commissioner. Minister of Labour and Social Security Brenda Mwika Tambatamba has called for protection of public facilities and support for workers in Kasempa. She says the district has grown into an economic hub with mining and agriculture expansion. Ms. Tambatamba has urged employers to formalize contracts in line with labor laws.
With the treatment of such an employee, but preventive measures as well. Prevention is better than cure. So this group is also going to be housed here. We are aware that this group is also going to present itself through investment through the Kamsongola Shopping Mall. So this office is more than what people think, that it's a pass-by place and off you go, but this is a place for problem solving, industrial relations, consolidation, peace building at industry. We have all come to recognize that as the industry grows, there is likely to be more commotion at industry, because historically we saw commotion in terms of strikes and there are many more picketing and all that. But with the coming of the new Dawn administration, the president said the rule of law shall govern. The president said peace shall prevail. And so it has happened. So this too is one such tool, a system that will help construct, help to consolidate peace and the rule of law in the industry that is growing in Kasempa. Kasempa is not a Kasempa of yesterday. Kasempa is not a Kasempa of yesterday that we knew as a far-flung rural district, quiet, only known for agriculture. But Kasempa not only has a strong agricultural base, it has a very strong mining base that has been lying latent. We knew of 2 to 3 mines, and perhaps one of them not very active. But today,
we take another set of commercials. Join me on the other side with sports and international news.
Hello, this is Coach Malaji at Christ Life. We are excited to announce our April holiday swimming program. This program is a Learn to Swim program, and we are inviting all ages starting from 5 years to adults. To those who can come and swim, swimming is a very important skill to learn. Imagine yourself being on a boat cruise and then that boat cruise capsizes. You don't know how to swim. How can you save your friend, yourself? So come here at Christ Life and learn how to swim. Swimming is a very important skill. Swimming is also an exercise. It starts from the toes all the way up to your head. So we are inviting everybody of all ages, starting from 5, going all the way up to adulthood. It doesn't matter if you're an old person, you can learn how to swim. So the swimming program is not limited to April only. We can accommodate you at a longer period, for example, May and this other coming few months. And those who are busy with other programs, for example, you are going for holiday, you are going for work, we can accommodate you in a flexible time, like during the weekend, after working hours from 15 to 17. Our program is a one-to-one swimming program, whereas in you have your own coach coaching you one-to-one. So basically, those coaches are qualified coaches, and they will be with you in the water. There's nothing like you are training on your own. You'll be advised when to move from the shallow end to the deep end.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. We continue with sports and international news. In sports news, the National Pension Scheme Authority, in partnership with Lusaka Fitness Squad, has launched the inaugural Pensioners Marathon in Lusaka. NAPSA Director General Muyangwa says the event promotes health and productivity. The marathon will take place on 25th July 2026 and is expected to attract about 3,000 participants.
LFS is Zambia's largest and most established running and fitness movement, with a proven record in organizing and managing national and internationally recognized running events. Their involvement in high-profile marathons demonstrates their technical capacity, professionalism, and their adherence to global standards. This partnership ensures that the NAPSA Pensioners Marathon will be delivered with professional race management and athlete safety, strong grassroots mobilization, credibility aligned to international best practice, and a foundation for long-term sustainability. Simply put, LFS brings the technical strength, community reach, and operational excellence required to make this event a flagship national platform.
In international news, father kills 8 children. A tragic mass shooting in the United States has left at least 8 people dead, including 7 children in Shreveport, Louisiana. Police say a father opened fire at a family home in what they describe as a domestic disturbance. The suspect later fled and was shot dead by police after a chase. Authorities say investigations are ongoing. That note brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a recap of the headlines. Teacher recruitment starts tomorrow, April 21st. Government gives local workers 710 kwacha rise. Dr. Katankwe launches polio vaccination campaign. Thank you for tuning in. Stay inspired.